Hello, 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 and welcome back to Pastor Paul's Daily Devotional. It's Tuesday. I'm here at, which way am I going? Middletown High School. I like this place. Go Islanders. My wife Autumn's a teacher here, and my son Landon, my eldest son, is a junior here. So go Middletown High. We're continuing our devotions this week on Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 6. And yesterday we looked at the four different characters, or main characters in the story: baby Jesus, Herod the Great, the Magi, the three wise men. We don't know if there was exactly three, but we think there was three because there's three different gifts. And then, of course, the chief priests, teachers of the law. So today we're looking at the two elements in the story. But before we get there, you know what's going to happen. You're here, I'm here. Let's go. So the two elements I just want to bring out in the story that will help us better understand the dynamics of the story is the prophecy from Micah chapter 5. A little bit about Micah. He's from a small town about 15 miles southwest of Bethlehem, where everything's taking place here in Matthew chapter 2. He prophesied around 700 BC, so 700 years before Jesus was born. That is, Micah was considered the prophet of the poor because he both declared to Israel, the northern kingdom, and Judah, the southern kingdom, that they had been unfaithful to God's covenant through their idolatry, and second, through their mistreatment, abuse, marginalization of the poor, the needy, the broken, the alien, the orphan, etc. Those who are on the margins. And so basically Micah says God is going to judge you guys for your idolatry and your mistreatment of the poor. So, but out of that book in Micah chapter 5, right, we have this prophecy that the Messiah, that is Jesus, will come out of Bethlehem, this tiny little town 15, 20 miles south of the capital of Jerusalem. And so that brings us to the place where Jesus is born, Bethlehem. Again, this is depending on whether you're looking at the outreaches of the city, maybe 10 miles south. If you're talking about the city center, 15, 20 miles south of Jerusalem, that is Bethlehem. What can we say about it? Jacob buried Rachel here. Jacob, being the grandson of Abraham, buried his wife Rachel. We're told that in Genesis 35. It's where Ruth met Boaz, and right, she is a Moabitess, ends up marrying, of course, Boaz, and enters into the lineage of Jesus. That's the beginning of Matthew chapter 1. And then also, of course, Bethlehem is where this little shepherd boy, David, you might have heard of him, King David, was born and raised. So Bethlehem, small town, but has a big footprint in some ways. So having looked at the four characters and having looked at the two elements, now tomorrow we can talk a little bit more about the meaning of this really important story, which again is part of the series we're doing, that we're just talking about the promised Emmanuel, and we're just looking at these Old Testament texts where Jesus was prophesied about, and Jesus fulfills it in Matthew chapters 1 and 2. So continue on this week. We're looking forward to it. Thank you for joining me. Spread the word. Thank you for liking and sharing. God bless. Peace out.